Most people, including my kids, find it odd that I never wanted to have children. I was always wanting to have a career, and that's the way I was raised, is that women need to have strong careers. And it was always my intent to have a career and not really have children. It's a really strong desire of mine to stay connected with each of our kids, and some are better than others. The ones that live in the area, it's easy for us to do things that we enjoy doing together. I spend a lot of time with the younger ones still, but like with Michaela, we both like to do yoga classes, so we'll do yoga together and have lunch. Other kids, like Colby, we like to have breakfast together on a Sunday. So I try to spend time individually so that I stay connected, and then we try to get together for family functions, birthdays, holidays.
I would say that some of us keep connected very well and some of us kind of fall off a little bit. It's very hard with my oldest brother and his wife and kid because they live as far away in our country as you can get without being out of the country. They live in Oregon. So that's very far from us. So it's very hard to connect with them. But the rest of us live fairly close, and we all kind of have our little cliques that move around. But we do typically get together several times a year and just do like a big family barbecue. We always do holidays together. And so that really keeps us connected. But I mean, at the end of the day, we all grew up together in the same house through thick, thin, crazy situations, and we're always going to be family no matter what happens.
For me, there's not a lot of chances for me to see my whole family in one place, so that's why I'm excited for this Christmas, because I'll get to see my eldest brother, Nick.
Easter's our biggest one. We do an Easter Olympics games where we do a bunch of yard games, and there's like a trophy that's involved, so my whole family's competitive, so that's one of the big ones. And then just like, not everyone, but we have these like groups in our family that people are closer in these specific groups, and we'll like have barbecues and movie nights, and we'll go out, stuff like that.
A typical outing, it happened more than once that people got forgotten at church or even at home, because a typical outing meant that we had to have diapers and wipes and foods and snacks and all their stuff that they needed. It was mayhem just getting ready to go anywhere. And then when it was time to come home from wherever we had been, making sure we counted everybody. I think the most common thing was we just counted everywhere we went to make sure we always had them all.
Once a week, we would always go to Costco and Publix. And it was like a big to-do every time because growing up with, 12 people in the house, you need a lot of food and a lot of toilet paper and a lot of paper towels and a lot of everything else always. So it was always a big, like, whole day affair. We'd all pile into our giant van. We'd have like 3 grocery carts we were all pushing around. There's a lot of yelling because every kid likes to touch everything, and I could, don't touch that, don't touch that, don't touch that.
Everyone around us was embarrassed. If it was like the beach, it was children burning their feet on sand and wanting to go down to the water or wanting to stay, and it was all just hectic. But it was always a lot of fun and different.
So for me at family functions with Zach's family early on, I was kind of the shiny new toy. Everyone really wanted my attention. You know, Amanda, play with me, Amanda, play with me. And I kind of loved it because I'm a very active personality and it was great. But then taking a step back, I took more of a organizer and leadership role and really put into making the family get-togethers a more cathartic family experience than chaotic.
Destiny was my little sister, youngest girl in the family, second youngest kid. She died when she was about 3, I think.
I think it changed everybody's lives permanently for multiple reasons. Destiny was in the NICU for her first 4 months of life, and we spent nearly every day in the NICU waiting room. I homeschooled all the other kids, and we would just do school in the waiting room. And I would go in and spend time with Destiny and then go back out and help them get on to the next level of their homeschool, and they just waited out there. There was nothing else to do. I couldn't leave them home because the hospital was 45 minutes from our house. So it wasn't an option to just say, you guys stay here. Nor was it an option for me not to spend time with my newborn child, who we didn't know ever if she was going to make it.
I think it really clicked for all of us when she came home and she had a whole room full of medical equipment, nurses around the clock taking care of her, and we could, for the first time, saw her. Like, we had seen pictures, but pictures in real life is not the same thing.
I remember her, just, she was helpless, and everything she needed from me and Michaela, one of her sisters, was with her all the time. And in fact, she was with her, playing with her the day before she passed away. And I just remember her as very loving, cuddly. She was intelligent, she was strong-willed, but she just was born with a body that couldn't handle life.
Did you have fun today finding eggs?
I didn't get it.
Did you find that one?
Most people, including my kids, find it odd that I never wanted to have children.